In Tulsa, President Biden blasted the new GOP-backed voting bill. In Texas and others like it around the country, he said it was an attack on democracy.
This sacred right is under assault with incredible intensity like I've never seen, even though I got started as a public defender and a civil rights lawyer. With an intensity and aggressiveness that we've not seen in a long, long time. It's simply un-American. I urge voting rights groups in this country to begin to redouble their efforts now to register and educate voters.
Well, the governor of Texas says he will call a special session now to get the legislature to pass this measure. And he threatened the pay of Democratic lawmakers who staged that dramatic walkout Sunday to block it. Here's a look at some of the provisions in the bill. It bans drive-through voting. It tightens restrictions on mail-in ballots, cuts back early Sunday voting. Those hours, of course, impact a lot of black churchgoers. It also makes it easier for a judge to simply overturn election results if there are just allegations of fraud. We got a lot to talk about and a lot to do, if you will. Here to discuss is Democratic strategist, our friend Ameshia Cross. Welcome back to BNC and start your day, Ameshia. Let's stay down in Texas, the walkout. Yes, effective. People are arguing, but is it only delaying the inevitable? This thing will pass.
Sharon, you're absolutely correct. The frustration that I have with this is that at this point, the states have to be stopped by the federal government. There has to be federal legislation. Democrats did what they could in Texas, and I applaud them for that walkout, but it was a stall method. It was not one that eradicated the passage of this bill. It will come up in special session, and with a Texas legislature that is supermajority Republican, it will get the votes that it needs. Without federal intervention, there is no way to stop the wheels from turning when it comes to these voter restrictions across many states. And Texas took a page from Georgia, and they're looking forward to ending and suppressing the vote for African Americans and for Latinos going into the 2022 midterms and beyond.
Like you said, this ain't just about Texas. This is about Georgia. This is about Florida. It's about 47 states out there that's trying to suppress the vote. So we got to get this federal legislation passed. Now, Joe Biden is saying all the right things right now in his speeches, but he needs help from Congress, right? He needs help from his Democratic friends. He needs help from the Republicans in a sense. But what more can he do? Is there anything else he can do besides push and talk and put Vice President Harris in charge?
Those are methods. They're not the most effective methods. And I say that because right now we need to get rid of the filibuster. As long as the filibuster is in place, there is no hope for voting rights across this country. Yeah. That means that we won't see the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. That means that we won't see the For the People Act. There is no way that this president is actually able to get a lot of his policies and the policies that he ran on, that him and Kamala both ran on, across the aisle unless the filibuster is removed. Because right now there's absolutely no incentive for Republicans to join in a bipartisan effort. They've dug their heels in the sand. They said that they will not do it. We had two Democrats, and Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin, who are also not only against the filibuster, but because they reside in areas and they represent areas that are largely conservative, and in Sinema's case, a swing state, there is absolutely no reason why they feel the necessity to do this either. So Joe Biden has issues from within his own flank, as well as he does as it relates to Republicans who are not willing to cross the aisle and show any extent of bipartisanship. Which, to that point, though, is interesting when it comes to voting rights, because Republicans, even historically, when we're talking about the Reagan administration, they actually supported voting rights. We're not seeing that now, and the reason we're not seeing it is because America has a lot more younger voters, America has a lot more black and brown voters, and Republicans know the only way that they can win is to stop those people from getting to the polls. They're not interested in building a bigger tent. They're not interested in stopping their discriminatory practices and policies. They just want to stop those black, brown, and young people from actually using their right to vote and taking their claim and their stake in our nation's democracy.
Yeah, and don't they go further? And just hear me on this, because it's not just suppress, right, Ameshia? They want, and they're putting in measures to steal votes. If a lot of these things continue to pass, they'll be able to steal blocks of votes from people, individual votes. Yesterday when the president spoke in Tulsa, he mentioned it briefly. It wasn't the fiery part of the speech, but it gave me chills when he said he's going to have more to say about what's happening with our democracy and voting. And to that end, I want to know from you, do you think people get it? Do you think people understand that the firewall that's always been there in America, for all the problems we have, is brick by brick being dismantled across this country in these states where Republicans control and are the majority?
Sharon, I honestly don't think that people get it. I don't think the majority of Americans understand that since November, we've had over 300 bills come up in state legislatures to, in effect, not only restrict, but to eradicate voting rights. The fact that we have so many Republican legislatures, this country is controlled by Republican legislatures. We have a lot more of those than we do Democrats. They are pushing for legislation that strips people of their vote, but also they're redrawing the maps. They're ensuring that minority communities and minority voices do not get heard. And they've been doing this actually for decades now, but it's gone into hyperdrive. And it's gone into hyperdrive largely because they recognize that now it is do or die time. They're looking at the census numbers. They're looking at the Black and Browning and the younger Americans in this country who are going out to vote in droves. They don't want a recap of 2020. And they recognize that if they can capitalize off of this time frame before 2022, because the battle for this is going to be in the courts, and that's what it looks like. That's a long and arduous fight. They will win in 2022. They have the opportunity to take back the House and the Senate. They have the opportunity to take back the presidency in 2024. We have to recognize what all is at stake here. And I think that the American public needs to really double down on its efforts in pushing against this and ensuring that these items don't pass at the state level. But to be honest, the lever that we have right now is within the federal government. We're going to have to watch Joe Biden and Kamala Harris really put feet to the fire, and they're going to have to destroy the filibuster. There is no way around it. That is the only way that voting rights are going to be salvaged across the country.
Cinema, Manchin, do the right thing, because if they won't vote for an investigation into an insurrection, they're not going to compromise when it comes to voting rights. They don't want voting rights for Black and brown people. And of course, when it comes to police reform, why are the Democrats being so nice? Why do they keep reaching across the aisle? I know you're a Democrat, but why, Ameshia? I ask about it all the time, and I know it's too long because we're running out of time, but I just had to throw that out there. Why? Why? When you know they don't want to work with you, they've told you that they don't want you to succeed. So maybe you'll come back on and explain why they're being so nice. Or maybe you can do it in 20 seconds. I don't know.
Smacked it.
Yeah, just like,
we don't know. It's a real fight. And I think that at this point, they're going to have to stonewall. They're going to have to do what Republicans do over and over and over again. Roll them over.
Run it right up the middle.
And they need to put the pressure on Manchin and Sentiment and basically say, hey, you want something done with your state? You want our help with your state? You need to be with us on this, especially voting rights. Democratic strategist Ameshia Cross. Did I just become a strategist right there? I don't know. Can I? Am I
I think
right
so.
There? Ameshia, I'm just saying. Yeah, I just kind of
head to West Virginia with
that. I like it.
And
I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just put pressure on Manchin and Cinema. We appreciate you, Ameshia. Always good seeing you.